Indiana woman accusing police of excessive force now, and surveillance video right here caught the whole incident on camera. Tabitha Gentry says police forcibly stripped her after an arrest for a misdemeanor. So you can see they left her naked in a jail cell for hours. Gentry says the officers pepper sprayed her through the door when she yelled for clothes, and then they completely humiliated her, forcing her to walk through the jail naked. Officers say she was drunk and violent during the whole incident. Laura Landenwich is Gentry's attorney, and she joins me now exclusively. Great to see you, Laura. How'd this all happen?
Hi, Gretchen. This happened on March 30th of this year. Tabitha was picked up. She was handcuffed behind her back when she was brought into the cell, or into the jail, and after a verbal altercation with jail deputies, she was forced to the ground. Her clothes were forcibly pulled off her body by both male and female officers, and then she was left naked in this cell for 7 hours.
Wow. Now, I know that officers sometimes perform a cavity search, so they need to take off clothes, but it's your understanding that that was not necessary in this case, right?
There was no cavity search. There was no search at all. This was a humiliation tactic. It had nothing to do with a legitimate law enforcement purpose or officer safety. It had everything to do with punishing her, with humiliating her, and with asserting control over her.
Now, I know pepper spray was eventually involved. They sprayed it into the cell. And at some point, they did give her some sort of a smock. What happened with that?
Well, after being held in the cell for approximately 30 minutes without any clothing, she began to bang on the door asking for clothing. And she was told if she didn't shut up that she was going to get pepper sprayed. And sure enough, on the video you see a hole in the door open up, a can of pepper spray sprayed into the cell, and she is left there for 40 minutes while that chemical is on her face and the rest of her body.
Wow.
Finally, after 40 minutes, they take her out to wash her eyes, but all she has is essentially a towel to cover herself. And you can imagine if you're handcuffed behind your back, keeping a towel up over your body so that you can cover yourself is not going to happen.
Right.
So it didn't, and we see clearly on the film that she is frontally exposed to male, female officers, and also other inmates because she had been taken into a public area of the jail.
All right, so you're not discounting the fact that she was arrested for a misdemeanor crime. You have a huge problem with the way in which she was treated once she was arrested for that crime.
Yes, I have a huge problem with it, and we all should have a huge problem with it. It's apparent that the Floyd County Jail does this on a regular basis to both men and women that they pick up.
Yeah, and I know that you have filed a lawsuit. Please keep us apprised.